That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I used to. I mean, even we talked about that the other night.
But it's time. You gotta catch up.
Yeah. I'll catch up with you. I'll be right back.
I'll see you in a minute.
Anything else? Yeah.
Well, what's up, boy?
Hey, Ryan. Not tonight, man. Not tonight. Oh, yeah. You guys are right. Hey, come on. Let's go. Come in.
Are you searching for a college where you belong? Calumet College of St. Joseph wants to know you and give you the support you need to succeed. Are you worried about how you'll pay for your degree? 95% of our students receive financial aid, including scholarships and grants. Need some extra help with your classes? You'll benefit from our small class sizes, free tutoring, internship planning, faculty mentors, and so much more. Come experience our accepting, supportive college family for yourself. Schedule your campus visit and apply at ccsj.edu.
Good morning. Welcome to Veterans Views on WJOB, 1230 AM, 104.7 FM. Coming to you from the Strack and Van Til Studios in Hammond, Indiana.
The Strack and Van Til.
The Strack and Van Tils. I'd like to introduce my co-hosts, Rocky and Donna. How you guys doing today?
Good morning.
Hoorah.
Good morning.
Hoorah.
Yeah, good morning, huh? Nice and cold out.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah, compared to last week, yeah, this ain't
It's a
nothing,
heat
right?
wave.
Donna's a Marine. She's out here running in her short shorts.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we used to do that?
Yeah.
And they would make us wear the shorts and just a sweater. Oh, my
A sweater.
God. Yeah.
We wore T-shirts and shorts.
Not me. I'm from the Army, Steve. We wore full gear when it was cold outside.
Man, I wish. Okay, so before we get started, I'm going to say our sponsors. We're going to do something a little different. I'm going to do half the sponsors, and then we're going to do the other halfway through.
Cool.
So we want to thank these people for bringing the show. Calumet Breweries, 6535 Osborne Avenue in Hammond. You can reach them at 219-845-2242. The Founding American Legion, Hammond Victory Post 168. Calumet Park and Funeral Chapel, always supporting our veterans. 2305 West 83rd Avenue in Maryville. You call 219-769-8803 for special veteran savings on complete burial packages, or the chapel, 219-736-5840. DAV Chapter 17 meet the first Thursday at 7 p.m. at VFW Post 802, 5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond. DAV Chapter 80, they meet the second Friday at American Legion Post 261 Cedar Lake, 13050 Washington Street, Cedar Lake. 219-386-2282. Laborers International Union, Local 41, 500 Superior Street in Munster. You can reach them at 219-924-7922. All right.
Okay. All right.
How you guys doing today?
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
So DAVs, obviously the DAVs helped me quite a bit, helped us
Yep.
all. How, does it benefit one DAV or the other? Kind of like an American Legion post or VFW post if you're a member at their?
Yeah.
Like if I'm a member at 17, right? Does that help 17 more so than the over, or is it like how does that work?
Yeah. So there's different levels, right? So the DAV has national service officers, right? Those are the guys that work on the claims and stuff like that. That's one division of the DAV. Then the other division is the meetings, the commanders and stuff. So they're two separate entities. One's paid, the other one's not. So now the people that are paid, right, they're the ones that keep the claims going. We have service officers in Chicago, Indianapolis. It's pretty much every state has like an office, right?
Okay.
So they get paid mainly on sponsors, right? DAV is a pretty big name now. So that's mainly from big name sponsors that come on. Pepsi, Coke, stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
And then these local chapters, they're kind of self-sustaining at this point.
So they survive on membership dues type deal?
Not even, because they used to give the local chapters a cut, right, of the members that come in, but they don't do that no more.
Oh,
So
it's all volunteer, really. Just,
Wow.
Just like group
Yeah.
morale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the chapters are pretty much self-sustaining with the fundraising that they do. At this point.
Okay, and so that's how they contribute to the show. They do through fundraising, and they're all nonprofit, like we are.
Like Chapter 17 in Hammond, we have 2-3 big fundraisers a year. We have the tribute dinner, Forget-Me-Nots, and a DAV walk in St. John. Those are our big fundraisers.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay.
No, I just thought I'd ask a question
That's
because
a
I'm like, hey,
That's actually a good question.
Yeah, that's
I'm
good to
deciding
know.
on which one I want to join.
It's kind of crazy.
Probably 17. You guys are 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand how this works because technically they're government workers, right? But they don't work. They don't get paid by the federal government. So I don't know how that works.
Yeah, if any of
That's
the
fair.
callers know how
Yeah.
that.
That's
You can call in at 219
845.
1100.
Yeah. All right. Well, I didn't mean to jump off into a
No.
scraggle, but I think it's important to understand how our contributors work and how important they are to the veterans community.
Oh, absolutely.
And they are big supporters of the show. They keep us on the air, and
Yep.
we're here to distribute that information that we get from them and some of the success stories we get from them, even ourselves as
Yeah.
success stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And
Yeah.
I hear everything's changing at the end of this year.
Really?
yeah.
And it's just a rumor.
So is
but-
it safe to say get your claim in now?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do it now.
Our status went through on the 27th.
Yeah.
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 You got the app, the VA app?
No, I didn't know they had an
download
app.
that app. It's super easy.
I'm
it
not
shows
I'm
everything.
not an app person, so I'm going to
A
have to.
VA app?
There's
Yeah.
a VA app?
Oh, I didn't know that either.
I'll show you.
Wow.
Well, you guys get to the next subject. I'll show you that.
I just go on VA.gov when I want to
Oh,
know
okay.
something.
It says
but-
VA
Oh,
right
okay.
there, big VA, and then you open it up and it shows.
You have to create a login? Do you have to go
Yeah,
through
of course.
ID Me or something
Yeah,
like that?
ID me.
Okay.
And then it shows like your disability rating, and
Oh.
it shows your veteran status card, and then it'll show here what claims you have submitted.
Oh.
So, and then it'll show the status of that claim. So, like step 1, step 2 of 8,
Oh, okay.
step 3 of 8. Whether you need to submit more
Paperwork?
proof, paperwork, stuff like that.
Okay.
So
That's interesting. I didn't even know they did that.
I
Oh.
was checking this like every day since we went to the DAV meeting
All right, I'm going to
over
have to
there
remember that.
at the VFW in Lowell.
Okay.
We took a road trip.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there for a long time, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
worth it. So we, talking about this VA app, there's a lot, like you mentioned, Steve, a lot going on with the VA, a lot of changes coming down. And I've been watching some of the congressional testimony, about the VA with the VA director and stuff. And they have some good stuff coming down, but I still, some of it's good, some of it's not. And I don't want to comment on everything until we know for sure, because everything, like you said, it's all rumor right now
Yeah.
of what's going to happen. And I think it's very important that we reach out to our congressmen and senators in Washington and let them know how we feel. I want them to pass the Richard Starr Act. When we were down in Veterans Day down in Indianapolis, one of our senators was there, and I got to talk to him for a whole 30 seconds. And,
I believe it.
And that was the one thing I said, hey, where's the Richard Starr Act? He says, well, it should be coming out of committee soon. I said, well, I don't want to should. I want to know for sure.
Yeah.
And his aide was right there, oh, here's my card. Email me. I still haven't heard back yet. But
I'm still blown away by what Lisa told us about them wanting to do 100% property tax. How
That's awesome.
insane is that?
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, and that will help some veterans from losing their homes, because, here we go with the property taxes again, but I don't think it's fair that, you pay off your house and then, because you can't afford a property tax bill, the government takes your house from you.
Yeah.
So you never really own it,
Yeah.
Oh,
wait. What?
Yeah, you don't.
Can they do that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You have your house paid off, and then if you don't pay your taxes,
They'll come and
tax
take
sale
your
it at
house.
the county.
Yeah.
Somebody else will buy it.
Yep.
It's for cheap.
Cheap.
They'll just pay the back taxes on it, and then they own it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so backwards.
That is so messed
Isn't it?
up.
It's so bass-ackwards.
Yeah. And you've got I think you can say that on the radio.
Yeah, we
Bass
didn't.
backwards. And you know, you have senior citizens who are on Social Security, which is a whole other thing, but who, you know, they've worked hard. You worked hard your whole life. And now you can't afford to live in your house because you can't afford the taxes because they keep going up.
Yeah.
And now you got, you know, everybody's up in arms about our NIPSCO bills and our, you know, and everything.
Oh,
but
some of this is out of control. I see it on the
Like,
news
I'm-
almost
Yeah.
every night.
Yeah.
I'm on a budget plan, and I'm scared.
yeah,
Well, so
Like
one
when
of
they
my-
read my meter, my
yeah.
stuff's gonna get jacked.
One of my clients said they are on that, right? And at the end of the year, it all perpetuated
Yeah.
up, it trickled up to where they got one bill that was like $900,
Yeah.
and it's putting people out of house and
And
home.
that's what I'm
telling
afraid
you.
of because
Something's got to be stopped. I read an article, and I don't want to quote, but one of our local representatives is highly compensated by NIPSCO.
yeah. They get a
And-
lot of money from them.
Yeah, and so like
And,
that's
and he's on the
those are
union, and he's on the regulatory committee that regulates them.
Yeah, those are the type.
No.
Those are the type of individuals that need to like push the hammer on this, and I'm
Yeah.
sure that he is because there's a lot of pressure on it right
can
now.
Yeah.
we say their name?
I don't want to say it on the radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you tell me and then I'll say it next to you.
Well, Rocky, I know you've been wanting to talk about a lot about what down in Venezuela.
Oh.
You
yeah.
know, and
Geez, some of the technology they use.
I
out there?
think I don't think a lot of people realize the technology that they used.
Yeah, I read an interview of a security force that was there during our initial raid. Right? I say raid. Our initial impingement of their territory, and they said they didn't see like that many troops. They didn't see that many choppers. It was like 300 to maybe a couple dozen, and they had zero chance. Right? They seen a couple choppers coming in. These guys were like stacked to the gills with technology. Their accuracy was dead on. Right? They were shooting many bullets, and then the couple of choppers that dropped single bullets and just slaying them, right, with precision accuracy. I mean, this is an interview with a security dude that like survived it, right?
Yeah.
And then they were all debilitated. They
Yeah.
couldn't shoot. They were like, I don't know if it was he said, I don't know if it was a sound or if it was a vibration, but something debilitated my body and my ability to fight. And I just dropped to the ground.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So they're using, which I've heard of this sort of technology before, these waves of sound
Yeah.
that debilitate you so that you have no opportunity to fight back.
Yeah.
And even the president had said that they use technology, secret technology, that hasn't, that, of course, he can't really talk about, but
Yeah.
he mentioned it because he likes to
Yeah.
drop seeds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so it's kind of a scary thing, right? Like these governments that are mid-level, not superpowers, mid-level, are all looking right now and saying, at any time,
Yeah.
we could get taken
Yeah.
with just a couple dozen men.
Yeah.
You know,
You
it's
know?
kind of
Yeah.
crazy because it's crazy what vibrations and stuff can do. Because I just read a study that they're saying our helmets in Iraq contributed to traumatic brain injury
Really?
because the vibration or the wave would hit it, and then it would centralize it to come bounce back and get you right in the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're saying it really affected soldiers that took the padding out.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
because that's hard. That's hard on there.
Well, see, what you needed was the old bucket helmets like we had.
Yeah.
Cook some
terrible.
soup in
You
it.
could wash your hair in there, shave in there, dig a hole with it. You could do all kinds of stuff with
Oh
those.
my god, that thing was so heavy.
Yeah.
My neck would hurt so bad after a road
After
trip.
time having the Rhino mount, if you had BCGs on there,
Yeah.
right? Like if you had some gear on your helmet, man, that thing's like.
And
no
that's
joke.
why we got neck
No.
problems.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you
And
got all
everyone
that weight up there.
Everyone took their neck rolls out.
Yeah.
Like you take the neck roll out of your IBA,
Yeah.
and that neck roll's supposed to help support. So your
That
head's not
neck
bouncing someone.
roll didn't do nothing
No,
for
I
me.
know. I took it out. It's too hot.
Yeah.
It actually hit me in the wire actually hit me in the neck when I got hit, and it went underneath that padding.
Ooh.
And I had to rip that padding off just to get to the wire.
Oh, to pull it out.
wow.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That padding almost killed me.
Wow.
Stupid padding.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you know,
if the listeners don't know, Steve is a Purple Heart, and we thank him for his service. And
Yep.
you know, there's not a lot of living Purple Hearts.
no.
You know, most of the
No.
time you get a Purple Heart, it's too late,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, this technology is just off the chain. I mean,
So
it's-
what is it that what's the weapon? Do you guys
I don't
know?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I was also watching, like, it kind of veered off into a rabbit hole of this, like, sound and like wave technology.
Yeah.
And I was watching these college kids. They had a fire about the size of this room, like a big fire. It was a controlled fire.
Okay.
And they had a handheld device that powered wave, like it had like a low frequency beat. It was almost like a subwoofer. Okay. And they aimed it at the fire, and this fire was like 6x6. It was big.
Yeah.
And the fire went out within like seconds.
No
They
way.
even had like, and the fire was just like,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
So-
insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the woofer was doing was it was sucking the energy out and the oxygen
Okay.
of the room of the 6x6
Yeah.
area. It was sucking the energy, and then it was beating the fire down with sound.
Wow.
And you can find this on YouTube. But that's the type of stuff I think of these guys are using. These SEALs, these special forces, you know, Green Beret,
Yeah.
you name it. Like, they've got this stuff,
Yeah.
and they know how to use it, right?
Wow.
So
Well, you think about the stuff that the technology that we have is probably 20 years behind what the military has. You know, 10 to 20 years behind.
oh yeah, I mean,
know,
we
easy.
talked about it on the show that the military invented the internet,
Yeah.
right? Before anybody
Yeah.
had the internet.
And that was designed as a way to talk between command posts during wartime.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Just wild.
it is. To think about it, that's how where a lot of our technology comes from. And, you know, back when I was a kid, we were all excited about what was coming out of the space program. You know, which the biggest thing that's still around from the space program is Tang. I don't even know if that's around anymore, but
Tang. I used to love Tang.
Dude, I haven't had Tang in forever.
I know.
a lot of our technology, you know, nowadays comes from either military or NASA or
They're
Well,
trying
they got to be on the
to-
cutting edge of stuff.
They're
Yeah.
trying to make the new Black Hawk right now. They're trying to make. They want a new Abrams, like not like the new
Yeah.
updated version of a tank. So they're trying to like, and you know what? If you think about it, they probably already have it. They're probably
Yeah.
just not telling us.
Well, you know, the thing is they got to make sure that the Army and the Marine Corps actually want this equipment, because back in the 90s they made, and I forget the numbers off the top of my head, but they spent billions of dollars on these planes that the Air Force didn't ask for, nor did they want.
Yeah.
So they built them, they paid billions of dollars for them. You know where they're at? They're in the desert in Nevada, sitting. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about one of them big, like plane graveyards?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah, it's out in one of those. They're all out in one of those, and it's like, wait a minute.
How crazy is that? Do you know they still maintain all that stuff?
Yes, they do.
How insane is that?
I know.
It's funny. I just saw that too.
Yeah.
There's guys that are government contractors that still maintain
Yeah.
all those vehicles.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yeah, speaking of like large amounts of vehicles, right? We're posted all over the Middle East,
Yeah.
right? And if we've all had our inclinations with different storage units where you just look down and there's a 500-yard warehouse full of vehicles stored, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's all over the Middle East, and I've seen it with my own eyes, but the escalating tensions with Iran, it's very similar to what's happened the last two times, okay? Last time, actually, we struck and we hit their nuclear sites, and regardless of what propaganda and news say, we set them back many, many years.
Oh, yeah.
Like we initiated action, and they didn't want to listen to us, right? And so then the military took control, and so that was a really, really good thing. But they're doing it again, and they just evacuated, was it last week, Qatar, which is our biggest air base in the Middle East. So there's like 10,000 troops. So they evacuated.
Wow.
This is the same thing that happened last time when I was out there. So they started to evacuate Qatar air base, and
do they just evacuate the civilians, or?
well, they evacuate most, if not all, troops, with the exception of like the HIMARS, which is the anti-air missiles, Patriot systems,
Okay.
for protection. But yeah, they did it. I think they did it in 21 as well. So what happens is basically Iran tells us, hey, if you don't stop messing with us, we're gonna like retaliate, right? Or after the attack, after we blow up their nuclear, we're gonna retaliate because they need propaganda to tell their people that they did something.
Yeah.
We fought against the great U.S. and we won, right? Like, and they try to get their people to believe that stuff. Really what's happening, and this is all over the news, so I'm not saying anything that isn't public information. What happens is that they warn us where they're going to shoot, and then we have time to withdraw.
Yeah, I remember
Because
reading about that.
If they actually shot and killed U.S. assets and U.S. soldiers and troops in this time, in this environment, we would just, it would be annihilation. We would just completely wipe them off the face of the planet. And there'd be nothing that they could do about it.
And they did this before?
They've done it 2 times already. They did it I was there, and then they did it again in 2021. So that what they're doing is saying, hey, we're going to retaliate. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where we're going to shoot. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
And then we get the time to bring our people out. Now, when I was out there, we shot it all down. I think they shot between 10 and 20 mid-range ballistic missiles at the Qatar Air Base, and we shot them all down. There was just some damage from shrapnel. Caught like a little warehouse fire, but nothing landed. Yeah. So, but they're doing it again right now, and the tensions are just because, like, we are, number one, Israel and most superpowers that are against Iran, which is pretty much everybody around in the Middle East, is supporting a civil war.
Yeah.
Right, because their citizens have been since the 70s really been held down in a manner that they don't even understand, because now it's generational. Right. And they're starting to wake up, and they're starting to trickle in news from the outside. Yeah. Right? Like how North Korea doesn't allow you to have internet outside and things like that, but they're starting to get that information and starting to realize, hey, we are being suppressed. Yeah. And so there's a huge push for civil war out there. And that's kind of what it all stems from. Like, hey, leave us alone or we're going to fight back.
I mean, I saw something. They're saying, like, up to, like, 30,000 people have been killed.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You're not allowed to speak on the street anymore over there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're walking down the street, and if they think you're I don't know what they call them, subversive or against the government, they pull you, and they put you in prison, and then they kill you.
Yeah, and right now the U.S. reportedly considering expanding military operations against Iran's nuclear missile programs following these recent threats and attacks. So, I
mean, it's hard for some people to understand, but Iran was at one time our ally.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look at pictures of them in the 70s, they look very much like us. Like they're very Americanized, and they're civil. You know?
Yep. And in fact, I was just reading an article this morning about what's going on in Afghanistan, and they just outlawed women going to school.
And they said that they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, and they did.
And that's what scares me about the Islam. Like, not necessarily the religion, but it's just, Islam could be a good religion until the extremists come in.
That's any religion.
But it seems to happen quite often.
Yes, it does. Oh, yeah.
And it's just.
And then when they get Sharia law involved, we cannot allow Sharia law to take a hold in this country.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's everywhere right now. And there's a lot of focus on, like, internally with the citizens of our country and the military. I mean, I'm in the military. Like, where is the focus right now? Yeah. Is the focus on at-home events? Because that seems to be chaotic as well. But we're all over the place. Yeah. Like, we're like we said with Venezuela, we're battling with Iran.
Greenland. I mean, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
It just seems to be, where's the focus? And is it intentional to get our minds off of what's really most important, which is our home front, and where our status is right now?
Well, they only tell us what they want us to know and what they want us to and
that's
they
true.
feed them the reporters and the news stations about what they want them to know, and and they all have the same story. Nobody investigates anything anymore. No. Unless they're an independent journalist.
No. I mean, I hate to bring this up. I hate to be conspiracy theorist, but, You know, it just blows my mind that all this starts happening in Minnesota right after all this fraud is uncovered.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, it seems so fake to me.
Yeah. But
Like-
Minnesota's not the only place that has fraud.
No.
It's in every state.
Oh,
It's
I
like
was
a
just
focus
I
right
was just
now.
listening right now. L.A. County has 18% of the funding for hospice
Really?
for the entire country.
Wow.
18%.
And that's just
They're like,
LA.
how is that even possible?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just L.A. Like,
I mean, yeah. And they spent, don't quote me on this, somebody call in and correct me if I'm wrong, but I just read this recently, $80 billion on homelessness.
And has it gotten any better?
yeah,
Where's that money?
Where's 80 billion? 80
Yeah.
billion? You know how many hotels you could build with $80 billion and fully staff them for like
Yeah.
10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There would be no homeless people on the streets.
Right?
Where's 80 billion going?
Yeah.
They're just going around and giving like each homeless person. You could probably do that.
Give 'em
Go
each a-
give each homeless person $250,000 and make sure that they buy a house with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And there's no more homeless.
Right.
That's $80 billion.
Yeah, with a B.
That's insanity.
And the thing is what does that say about us and our tax structure when we're missing billions of dollars and nobody bats an eye?
and nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, forget about it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Eh.
let's go into a church and see what they got to say about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
Too soon.
It's always seems like something's always going down like that.
Yeah.
He got arrested overnight.
Who?
Don Lemon.
Yeah.
What happened?
From busting into that church and interrupting their service.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah, that's really rude, man. Last thing I want to do is when I'm in church to like hear somebody's agendas.
Right?
Right.
But I think that we got a caller. All right, caller. Hello, caller. You're on WJOB with Veterans Views. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Dwayne Conover here
Hi, Dwayne.
from up in exciting Whiting. And
Nice.
this past week, I had a good conversation with Ernie Dillon, the commander
Oh, yeah.
for all veterans.
Yeah,
of
the big-
Hammond.
the big
Great
Ern.
guy.
Yeah.
Known him. I've known him for about 50 years, all the way back to high school. And
Wow.
his place of business on Calumet Avenue many, many years ago that he had the restaurant, his
nice.
family. So anyway, the nature of my call, celebrating the 30th anniversary of Successful Life Dynamics. I work with young adults, get them educated and graduated. And we're going to do a little St. Patrick's Day party up here in Whiting on Saturday, March 14th. And because of some of the rising costs that we're experiencing, especially with the food, the tickets jacked up this year to about $35. However, we're going to do something for the veterans. Any of them interested in attending? It's on a Saturday night, 5 to 10. The food will be catered in. Excellent, excellent place at the American Legion right on Indianapolis Boulevard in Whiting. So $25 a ticket will get you in the door. Be a lot of good entertainment. A lot of veterans are going to be there, business people and so forth. And for 30 years, proceeds go directly to youth development groups, pushing primarily education, secondary education as well. Through the years, we've got a couple of people even got their doctorates through some
Wow.
of the encouragement that we've given to these kids, one male and one female. But I've done this here in the Calumet region, started in 1996, and we raised about $6,000 and took 16 kids to Canada to play in the international softball championship and did very well.
That's
We may have been in the championship game, but a drop ball at third base eliminated us, I should say, out of the championship game, and we came back to the region. But very proud.
That must have been a close
Almost made
game.
it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Love it.
Nine different kids. These were all college kids. A lot of talent there. I mean, if I could have put those 9 kids on a team, we could have won national championships back to back. But I did have the experience of winning 2 national championships with St. Mary the Woods College in 07 and 08. So I know the game pretty well, contributed a lot. We had a bunch of good girls there. But this event on March 14th, be from 5 to 10. Very good crowd, a lot of good people. The price is right for $25. We can't do much better than that. We still got to pay other bills and accessories and what have you. So, can I leave my name and phone number and let veterans, if have an interest, call me? We'll work with them.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's Duane, D-U-A-N-E, Conover, C-O-N-O-V-E-R. And unfortunately, this is an out-of-state number. I just, when we moved back here, I haven't found enough energy, I guess, to get it changed. But it's a 904-460-3349. 904-460-3349.
Okay.
Just let me know who you are, what chapter you're with, and we'll get you set up with some tickets. So hope your fans, people out there, can appreciate that invitation, and we'll do a good job of entertaining them with the crowd that's up there. It's a smaller hall, but we should probably have, I wouldn't say standing room only, but I know we're going to fill it. The response has been very good so far now that we got the price right on the tickets. So
What's the date again?
that's all we can do for our,
March 14th.
it's a
March
Saturday,
14th.
March 14th.
Yeah.
Okay.
From 5 to 10. You folks got my name and phone number?
Yeah.
Anybody interested?
Okay.
And how many years have you been doing this program, incidentally?
17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Award-winning show in Indiana.
Wow.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, a long
Yeah.
time.
Lots of good people like you
So-
calling in and sharing their
Yeah.
events for supporting veterans and local needs, and we're here to help support that.
Yeah.
Get the news out there.
Well, I put my 3 years in the Army. I was RA all the way during the Vietnam era. I have no regrets. My son did 4 years in the Marines.
Hoorah.
My whole family and my wife's family were all military people. I had one brother-in-law in the Air Force, one in the Marines, another one in the Army. So
There you go.
I do
All right.
what I can to help support veterans any way we can. And thanks to the two of you. Your first and last names are?
Well, there's three of us. We got Steve Bramer and Donna Ostrander and Robert Rockwell here.
Okay. Well, I'll certainly remember you guys. And best wishes to you and your program. And keep rooting for all the vets and all the good job you do. It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Thank you so
All right.
much.
Thanks for your
Thanks a lot,
service.
Dwayne.
Thanks for your
Thanks,
family
Dwayne.
service.
Appreciate
Thanks for all
you.
you do for the troops.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Steve.
So I think this is a good time to segue into the rest of our sponsors. So we want to thank the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 721. They meet the second Thursday at 7 at VFW Post 802, 5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond. Family Dental Care. Veterans receive free exams, x-rays, cleanings, and 10% discount on all of their services. 8 convenient Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana locations. Chicago's east and south sides, Calumet City, Crestwood, Oaklawn, Evergreen Park, Munster, Griffith. You can call 219-804-9329 to schedule your appointment in Munster, or go to www.familydentalcare.com. And I just want to say, they have done like a really good job trying to take care of veterans.
Yes.
Like I have to
Family
like,
Dental
say,
Care?
Yeah, I've been to them.
Yeah.
Really?
I've been to them too.
I was just
actually.
there yesterday, actually.
Like they're really good.
Yeah.
I like them.
They are.
Ron J. Presmer Insurance Company for all your insurance needs: auto, home, life, health, business, and more. 219-844-0103. Kuziak Construction, 1235 Summer Street in Hammond. 219-923-3007. Heroes Helping Heroes, Northwest Indiana. You can reach them at www.heroeshelpingheroesin.com. Contact Rich Tokars, 219-670-2501, and White Oak Home Care, 9800 Connecticut Drive in Crown Point, 219-999-5869, or www.whiteoakhomecare.com.
Nice.
Nice. And if you do use any of our sponsors, please let them know that you heard about them from this show.
Yeah.
Veterans Views.
Veterans Views.
That's right.
Might get a discount.
Yep.
Hey, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Hey, did you guys know that, like, if you are, like, certain level of disability, like permanent loss of use of feet, hands, decreased vision in both eyes, like a 2200 vision or less, severe burns, lacerated sclerosis, ankleitis, you could get a free car from the VA. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. This has been a program for a long time. The new laws changed, though, that you could get it now every 10 years before the Auto Act. It's the
Wow.
Auto Act. VA provided eligible veterans with one-time grant to purchase specially equipped vehicle.
Oh, so if you need one that needs a wheelchair or something like
Yeah.
that,
Grant currently $27,000.
well, that'll get you half a car.
Well, they say that modified vehicles cost between $20 and $80.
Okay,
So I mean, it'll
Yeah.
at least help.
it'll help. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's a pretty decent list of who qualifies.
Yeah.
Right. You don't have to just obviously I think this is a needed thing, but I've never heard of it. I was
No.
just looking at military.com, what kind of news is going on, and I
Yeah.
see this update on this military VA grant. So now it used to be a one time, now it's
Yeah.
every 10 years.
That's great.
So
Put that out there.
I know of the special auto something. It's where they can adapt your vehicle to your disability, right?
Okay.
So if you have like a wheelchair, they could put like a ramp and then stuff like that. I didn't know you could buy a whole car with that.
Well, the grant's for 27 grand, so that's to modify or help purchase, right?
Wow.
You could use that money
cool.
how you want as long
Yeah.
as it's for modifying the vehicle,
Yeah.
right? So it could be a part of the purchase plus the modification.
And then what? You have to have one of those serious ailments.
You have to be 100% P&T, right?
It didn't say that. It
No?
just said that one of the ailments that I had just read, and I skipped off of it, but you could have severe burns, 2,200 vision, so like you're almost blind.
God,
but
should
you
you really be driving if you have that kind of vision?
I don't know if I don't know what 2,200 is. I'm sure it's pretty bad,
Yeah.
but so it's more than just obviously if you've lost limbs, it said ankleitis, so you could still have your legs, but your ankleitis can approve you for that grant.
What is that?
I'm not-
Ankleitis? I never
I
heard
would
of that.
imagine it's something to where you can't.
Maybe you can't move your feet.
ankles are all jacked up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not
Wow.
a doctor. I just thought that was kind of interesting
cool.
that I'd never heard of that. And then another win for the VA and our constituents, I
Yeah.
should say, is
Yeah.
that hey, it used to be a one-time thing, kind of like that Veterans Relief Act.
Yeah.
Right. It used to
Right.
be a one-time thing. They're pushing for it to be more. This is now you can get it every 10 years because they're saying like, hey, if I get 27 grand 10 years ago, my car's worn out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
It doesn't even work anymore.
Right,
so
right.
that just makes sense. Some of this
Yeah.
stuff makes sense. But I say that I bring it up, number one, because awareness, but number two, because on this show we really perpetuate pushing forward with veterans benefits and refining those benefits, right? And
Yeah.
that's why Lisa hops on and tells us what's going on downstate. I'd love to see, and if you guys know the update as to whether Congress passed that bill that we were talking about a couple weeks ago. I know it was supposed to be voted on last week.
I think the third reading is this week.
Okay.
I believe that's what she said.
Which one? The property tax or the?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
a conglomerate of things in,
Yeah.
in that bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
But good stuff. I love to put out new information, especially when it's a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
Especially when
Yeah.
it's a win.
Because
right?
it's so
what,
hard
what
to
kind
get
of
anything.
changes were you guys talking about earlier in the show coming up next year potentially? I was reading into it a little bit, and from what I understand, it's a lot of shifting healthcare, staffing up healthcare work.
So
What did you guys hear?
As far as compensation wise,
Oh, okay.
I know for a fact they haven't done it yet, but what they're trying to do is they're trying to change sleep apnea to where it's not graded off of the treatment. So right now, if you have sleep apnea and you get it service connected, then if you have a CPAP machine, that's 50%,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well,
Travel.
that's them grading you off of the treatment, right?
Yeah.
They
Got
want to change that to where they grade it off of how many times you stop breathing
Oh, okay.
when you're
wow.
sleeping. Yeah, which can change. That can affect a lot of people
Yeah.
who have it.
People die.
Then
Yeah.
another one is tinnitus. They want to make tinnitus where it's not a standalone condition anymore. Like right now, you get 10% for tinnitus,
Yeah.
and you get 10% hearing loss, right?
Yeah.
Well, now they want to make it where tinnitus is just lumped in with hearing loss.
Really?
So that's another one.
I don't know if I like
so
that one.
now,
Yeah, because I got 10% for tinnitus.
Yeah.
So now,
But I don't know what's hearing loss. I mean, I've got a little hearing loss, but it wasn't enough.
You'll get
to be-
hearing loss as you get older. Trust me.
Yeah.
right?
I'll just stay in the military forever.
So then the stuff that I'm kind of hearing about, but I'm not sure, is I know they want to redo the rating schedule for PTSD or for mental condition. Now, I don't know how that's going to look. I don't know. I mean, I've heard from some people that it's going to actually make it easier for people to get 100% PTSD.
Really?
But,
I believe that when I see it.
yeah, right? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know on that one.
Well, I know they want to spend a lot of money to outsource some of the medical care,
Yeah.
which it's got its good points and its bad points. You know, you got a lot of people that live in rural America that their closest VA is 100, 150 miles away.
Yeah.
You know, they got to go to a doctor's appointment. That's a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
You know, and that they shouldn't have to. They should be able to go, you know, they got a doctor 10 minutes from their house. They should be able to go there.
You know what, though? So I would say that the other side to that, and this is how I'm starting to feel now, is, you know, I was kind of like that too. I kind of thought like that too. You know, like, man, if a vet wants to go outside the VA, they should, you know. But if you look at like public schools and what the voucher has done
Yeah.
to public schools, man, public schools have gone down a lot. I mean, some of these public schools don't even have sports anymore so it's just like that. I kind of feel like, man, that could happen to the VA, you know? They
Yeah.
keep outsourcing stuff. Eventually, you're going to have more money going to the outsourcing than you are to VA, you know?
Yeah, I think when you have to have specialists,
Yeah.
they do refer out because they obviously don't have every specialist on the
Right.
planet with the VA, and they
Yeah.
have to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with it because if the VA can handle it, let the VA handle it.
Yeah.
You know, because if you do start outsourcing, then that debilitates the ability of the VA. It almost weakens them.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, we got another caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on WJOB Veterans Views.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I heard on your show that I need some information about for veterans next month at Buddy and Pell's in Crown Point. Can you
Oh yeah,
give
yeah.
information
Let me
about
pull that up here. That was from Heroes Helping Heroes,
Oh, okay.
and
Nice. What, are they having an event?
yeah, it's like a Valentine's Day dinner.
Oh.
What is the point of contact's name there?
Richard Tokars.
Yeah, I have it here.
You can call him at 219-670. Okay, 219-670-2501.
Yeah, I got the event here. It's called
2501.
Love Your Hero Day. Appreciation dinner for two. Dinner, music, and bingo catered by Wildfire Cuisine. Arrival at 5:30, dinner at 6:30. Free entry and dinner. Limited seats available. Cash bar at Buddy and Pals in Crown Point. Friday the 13th, February 2026. Here's the contact for this specific event, kind sir. It is Jill Broughton, 219-256-68.
256.
Yep, 219-256-6863.
Okay, thank you guys.
Yes,
You're very
sir.
welcome.
Yes, sir. Good stuff. I almost forgot. I want to go to that.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So that's supposed to be like a Valentine's Day thing?
Yeah. You want to go with
It
me?
kind of sounds.
Be my plus one?
Yeah.
No, I got to take my wife. She's a lot prettier than you are.
Wait, but Donna's got to come too. So
Okay, you can be my plus one.
It'll be.
There you go. So,
My plus one will be working. So.
law enforcement, military, educators, first responders, and healthcare workers. So jacks of all trades.
Yeah.
You know.
And
But-
it's for a good cause. too.
Yeah, Hero Day. Hero
Yeah.
Day. You know, we're all heroes, right?
All right, we got another caller. All right, go ahead, caller. You are on WJOB Veterans Views.
Good morning. How are you folks doing over there? You're sounding great.
Hey,
This is
Connie, how you doing?
Hey, doing great. You guys are sounding great. You really are keeping us abreast of some very important legislation and pending legislation affecting veterans, and great conversations in the last several shows. I wanted to commend you all.
Thank you.
So But you're very welcome. And I have a very quick announcement to make. This was an event that was put together literally yesterday at the very last minute. There is going to be today from 5 to 6 at Adam Benjamin Jr. VA in Crown Point, a candlelight vigil for Alex Preddy, who is an ICU nurse who worked at the Minneapolis, Minnesota VA Medical Center. And it's going to be from 5 to 6. It's going to be on the public site. I texted you guys the flyer, the information, so that you have it on your phones. I texted you this morning so that you have the information in front of you. And there's no contact number or anything for information. Just show up with a flower. We're going to create a memorial for him. It's going to be on the public sidewalk at the VA on the corner of 93rd and Madison Street, 93rd Avenue and Madison Street. And people can park on 94th Street. But the facility is going to be closed. The VA closes at 4, so you can't use washroom facilities if you need to. But there is on the corner of Taft, is it Taft Street or Broadway? There are a lot of, there's a lot of Broadway. Thank you. A lot of gas stations. So there will be, people you need to use a washroom. You just can't go to the VA. And also, I want to mention also firearms are not allowed on the property unless you're a peace officer or a security officer. So leave your guns at home, everybody. This is going to be a vigil. Bring your candles, glow sticks, what have you, a very solemn vigil from 5 to 6 tonight, Central Time at the Adam Benjamin VA. Just wanted to announce that.
Yeah,
so,
thank you.
You guys sound great. Yeah. Yes, and take care. And I'm going to start next Friday. My mom fell, and I've been caregiving her around the clock. So I haven't been able to call in with the Department of Defense to mention the Department of Defense, our fallen comrades through the Department of Defense Honor Guard.
Yeah, you do a great job with that. I'm sorry to hear about your mom, Connie.
Thank you, Rocky. I know you're her financial advisor. And by the way, I'm going to give you a call to make an appointment with you very soon.
Yeah.
I got a lot of financial questions going into retirement myself, so expect a phone call from me. But my mom says hi. She's doing better, and I'll start calling Friday. Good. We have a lot of veterans passing away, so I want to be able to I'll just mention them quickly. Not going to read their whole bit, but just say their name, their age, and their branch of service, and I'll start that on Friday. It'll be very brief.
Okay.
All right, my friend.
Awesome.
All right, Connie.
Thanks for calling in, Connie.
Thank you, Connie.
Good to hear from you.
All right.
All right.
Nice to hear. It's nice to hear you guys. I listen to you every Friday. You're doing great. All right.
Thank you.
All right, you guys take care. Stay safe in the storm. Bye.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We got another caller. All right. Another caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on WJOB Veterans Views. Hello?
Good morning, WJOB from the north side of Indianapolis.
Good morning.
Whoa. Favorite Hoosier. How you doing, Lise?
Hey, I'm calling in with more good news.
All right.
Hey, forget about it.
Property tax bill, House Bill 1210, passed out of the House, and it's on its way over to the Senate, and will be there to make sure that the veteran property taxes remain in that bill, and maybe try and get those credits increased a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Steve is smiling ear to ear.
I cannot believe that. That is huge.
Yes.
We had another bill heard this week. It's military protective order, and what it does is gives civilian courts in Indiana the ability to review military protective orders and consider them in their process. The reason for that, the Department of Defense puts out a list of initiatives that they'd like to see done in the states across the country, and this was one of those initiatives. We're very, very thankful to Representative Ryan Lauer from the Columbus area for doing this bill for us, and the Judiciary Committee voting for it unanimously, and the full House. It was taken by consent on second and third readings with no issues.
Oh, great.
What it does is gives those that might have had an issue while active duty or the spouse of someone who is active duty the ability that if there was a protective order put on while they were active duty, for the court to give them the opportunity to consider that when looking at protective orders and court cases in Indiana.
So how does it work now then?
They're not. I don't think they're
right now.
Oh, go ahead.
They don't. Right now, they don't have any access to them, and it is not something. When you go through the court process, whether it is you are the person in trouble, allegedly, or you are the alleged victim, or even in maybe like a custody case, because it is a military court and completely separate, it's not listed as one of the types of things that can be used as evidence in our Indiana court system.
Okay.
So what this does is gives judges that they may consider it. It doesn't say they must. It says they may consider it.
Okay.
So that way it can be brought into the light. That way, if, say my husband and I had an issue when we were active duty, and he is in Virginia and I am back here in Indiana. Well, then he comes back to Indiana and there's another issue. I want to show that there's a pattern of this problem. Currently, I can't do that because I can't bring any of that evidence into the Indiana court system.
Okay.
With this bill, it will be able to be considered.
Wow,
Okay.
you can't even bring it if you want to into the court thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even know it was, man, wow. Okay.
Wow.
Well, thank you for explaining that. I appreciate that.
That's
The last big thing that happened this week was in regards to our veterans and our military members who use TRICARE. There was some legislation proposed that would have limited what types of mail-in prescriptions and things that could happen here in Indiana. And it would have severely impacted some of our military members, our veterans and their families. And so that language was taken out so that it will not impede any of that, which is a good thing. And so, most people think veterans issues only happen in the Veterans Committee. We were in Judiciary this week, in different committees. And so looking forward to the second half of the session to continue following 1210 to make sure those property taxes, go in and having the conversation about raising the credits. Because when the bill was amended, the credits went from $300 and $400 down to $250 and $350.
Wow.
And that's only $100.
Yeah, but
we were already going to have some veterans losing with the $300 and the $400.
right.
We were offsetting that loss with the great gain for the total exemption for
For everyone.
totally disabled veterans and the removal of the wartime provision for one of the credits. But that credit amount going down, and I'll give the example. Hamilton County, Westfield, Indiana, with a 2.85 tax rate. We're not the highest. There are a lot that are higher. 24,960 and 14,000 give about $830 credit. So that disabled veteran in Westfield is going to see a tax increase with this bill.
Oh.
It's a no-go.
And there'll be quite a few of those. And what our legislators are saying is, well, in order to be able to give totally disabled veterans 100% tax exemption and to remove the wartime provision and to remove the home value, that is the compromise that has to be made.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And it's hard to swallow, I know. And so that's where, it's hard because we are moving forward. They're going to change it to a credit. They're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have that credit amount. We don't want any veterans to lose what they're currently getting.
Right.
So we need that credit amount raised. And if we could get it back to the 350 or the 300 and the 400, that puts us closer. And then we'll each year or every 2 years have to ask for it to be raised as the home values continue to rise.
Yeah.
Or put a formula, ask for a formula to be put in that every 3 years there's an adjustment made for the, cost of something, put in so it automatically adjusts.
Okay.
Right.
But we're walking that fine line.
Yeah.
We want it to be fair so that nobody loses.
Right.
But we have to also be appreciative and celebratory about the gains this bill gives us as well.
Yeah, a lot of gains, a lot of opportunity, kind of spreading the wealth and taking away the wartime and then going with the 100% disabled. Lisa, let me ask you a question. Number one, thank you for the update on the TRICARE and the Express Scripts. I use Express Scripts. It's much cheaper that way. But number two, how do you tune into the show? Just a question, because we have our social media administrator here. He's sitting on the sidelines, David Bumker, and we're going to start expanding the show on the social media presence and also on YouTube and Facebook Live and even into Instagram. And so we had this conversation as to, I had mentioned you. I said, hey, we've got people that call in and are very informational and very valuable to the show all the way down to Indy. So I was just curious as to how you tune in.
I've done it many ways. I used to tune in on Jed TV, and they stopped broadcasting it through Jed TV. And then they were broadcasting it live on Facebook, so I could watch it live on Facebook. And that stopped happening. And so, unfortunately, here in Indianapolis, I can't pick you up on the radio down here.
Yeah.
The only way for me to actually listen is to call in and be on hold.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a no-go.
Yeah.
So there is a live link on, what's it?
You are such a veteran. I love that, though. I love that you figured that out.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you're dedicated to it. But on YouTube, there is a link. It's just really hard to find.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're working on with here. And David, we're going to get back on Facebook
Is it a live
Live.
link?
It will be.
Well, it is.
Is it a live link?
It is, because I can watch it while we're on the show. It's WJLB Veterans Views on YouTube.
Just WJLB 12.
I'll find it.
Type that in and then click on the account and you'll have a playlist for Veterans Views.
The issue that David's going to work with is that the navigation of it and finding it easier. And plus, we're going to get back on Facebook Live. We got to get out there.
Yeah.
And for our viewers, we've had viewers call all over the country in the past.
Yeah.
And we need to be available.
Yeah.
So that's our challenge to our new social media administrator. And we can take this show to new heights,
Absolutely.
I think, and get countrywide recognition.
Yeah.
And that's the goal. So Lisa, you're one of the greats, and we love it when you call in because you're so informed.
Yes.
And we thank you so much for all the information.
You know what? I've always said it. Lisa is the smartest veteran I've ever met. I mean, by far.
The best two compliments I've really ever gotten in my life came from people at the State House for my volunteer work that I do there. My legislator once, who was my legislator as a child, and he was a Democrat then, and from Grant County, Indiana. And then I grew up, went in the military, came home back to Hamilton County, and now I had the same legislator, and now he was a Republican.
Yeah.
And so
That happens.
I really enjoyed giving him a hard time of, you grew up in the country and you were a Democrat, and then you got some money, you became a Republican. And so I would push on him a lot, and he told me once, Lisa, you're the most persistent person I've ever met in my life. I
Awesome.
wish you could work for me. And then the second one was when somebody was upset that I had got chosen to do something over them, and they thought it was a good idea to explain to me that, you know, Lisa, the reason people don't like you is because you're too detailish.
Oh, well.
Detailish. Hey,
Right?
I know.
Yeah, I'm too detailish. And woo, I took that as a compliment.
That is
So
a
I
compliment.
appreciate that. We need all the voices when it comes to veterans issues, and our IDVA and National Guard bill, House Bill 1343, caused some major controversy at the State House this week because it creates. I can't say 100% what all is in the National Guard portion of the bill, but it creates a policing force within our National Guard.
I read about that.
To be
They'll have
used
the
by
same,
the governor.
They'll have the same authority as a police officer if they're activated by the governor, so where they can make arrests. And well, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know
some
about
like
that.
it's a military police unit,
I
you
don't
know,
know, man.
and actually,
Okay, maybe like an MP unit
throughout history,
Maybe that I could see.
throughout
but
history, the National Guard is the only military branch that can bear arms against U.S. citizens.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They can't activate active duty branches to bear arms. So if
Right.
there was an overfeel of the government, you activate a military police unit to make arrests like that. It kind of makes sense to me. But of course, I'm a guardsman.
Yeah.
Everybody else is thinking we're trying to take over the world, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just.
I don't know.
I
I got to
just-
do some research. on
Sometimes the police need help. Hey, last weekend we
Yeah.
activated 300 troops and we pulled out 45 people out of the snow. That's
Yeah,
not us
yeah.
trying to take over the state.
Right,
That's us
right.
helping.
that. Right.
You know?
And the question that was, I watched the hearing, it was on the floor of the House this week, and I watched it, and the majority of the comments and the concerns that they were not able to get an answer to was why now? Why are we doing
Yeah.
this now?
Right.
Right? Give us a reason of why we need this now,
Yeah.
right? And they cited the Boston Marathon bombing was the only response they gave.
Really?
And so it didn't go real well.
Yeah.
And the vote was, believe it or not, in a supermajority, the vote was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. And that was also the bill that I have issues with the other portions in the bill. The 200% poverty level for our military
yeah.
family relief fund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't we help a veteran who has a financial need above that amount? And if you can appeal that, if you can apply, even if you're above the 200% poverty level, make that very clear, right?
Yeah.
Change your wording so that it's not a poverty, 200% poverty level limit, or maybe preference is given to those with less than 200% the poverty limit.
Yeah.
But I did get the data of how many times the $2,500 lifetime cap has been gone above in the last 3 years. I believe the number is 178 times
Okay.
in the amount of $240,000. And every request that was made to go above the 200%, above the $2,500 lifetime limit was granted.
Wow.
And so that's concerning to me because that means we're letting those that live at less than 200% the poverty level come back again and again. But those that are working and doing okay for their families but find themselves in an emergency,
Yeah.
sorry about your luck. That's not right.
Right.
Yeah,
They're
that's what I'm
veterans.
saying.
We should help them.
Yep. All right, Lisa, we got to get off of here.
So continue to keep it up, and thank you guys for all you do, and make sure you laugh in unison more because it sounds great.
Yeah, we didn't even get to Steve Bramer's stories today. We're
Yeah,
going to have to talk about it next
We'll
week.
get it next week.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Thank you, Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa.
Appreciate you. All right, so got to wind down. We got just a couple minutes left. So any final thoughts, Rocky?
Hey, just an honor to be on the show, and everybody continue to, we say in the military, Charlie Mike, continue mission, move forward, and be, aware and sound mind of what's going on in the world. Don't take anything for granted, right? Continue to push forward for your benefits, and we thank everybody and all the listeners out there, all the citizen soldiers and veterans and community advocates that support our cause. We thank you for your service, and I just say hoorah.
Hoorah. Steve?
So I'm going to quote Joe. This country isn't perfect, but it's the best damn country in the world.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
You're right about that. And I just got, if you're in crisis, if you're thinking you need some help, please call 988. And if you want to talk to a veteran who can better understand your situation, hit 988 and 1, and you'll be connected with a veteran 24 hours a day, 365. And let's look out for each other.
That's right.
Hoorah.
Get after it. Get after it.
Good night, Chesty, wherever you are.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.